Last week on Stern.
All right.
Love me tender, love me true.
Let me see you eat the shell and everything. Are you serious about Underdog? I mean, that is a funny kind of thing, isn't it?
He was originally shown that way, but I didn't like it.
But go ahead, let me see some serious Underdog, all right? John, show us your dance. Let me see your dance. What is this, Planet of the Apes dance?
Tonight, the people finish talking to Stern. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Messiah of the airwaves, Howard Stern.
All right, I'm growing weary of this, I must tell you. This is your chance to speak to me. So many of you, week to week, write us and ask for tickets. I've only allowed a few of you in to speak to me. Gary, tell us who's in our audience.
Well, now John's got a couple of friends he wants to introduce.
All right, John, who do you want to bring to me quickly? Because
This is my friend Mita. He wants to do he wants to do a dance for you.
He wants to do a dance? All right, come on, bring him on out.
How come it does, man?
You just told me you're gonna dance.
Are the music?
Yeah, come on out here and let's talk.
Come on.
All right.
Howard, he's a clown out of Washington Square Park.
Let me ask you something, sir. You have the same nose that I do.
No.
It's a very similar nose, isn't it?
This is a holy nose.
Right, I don't
This is
even know
part of
who
my
it is.
job.
Why do you come to me tonight? Do you wish to dance for me? Is that it?
Oh, dance it, do anything
All
because
right,
I
well
come
then
and
do
do
something
anything
quickly
here.
with your time. We've been waiting here.
All right.
We're all waiting. Do something.
I like to music. You know, other music I can do it. Please.
All right, thank you.
Give me a good music, right?
All right, I'm going to throw up from you. That's enough. Goodbye. That's very good. All right, good. That's terrific. Unbelievable. Very good. Thank you, Jesus.
What's your power?
You thanking Jesus for that dance?
Yes.
It's unbelievable. You know who you remind me of? You ever hear Gladys Knight and the Pips? You're the Pips. That's very good. All right, goodbye. That's it. That's right.
Well, Howard, there are some more people who wish to speak with you. First, Todd Robbins, who does bizarre things with glass.
All right, Todd. Where is Todd? Oh, here comes Todd. Todd, what do you wish to do? Make it quick because I'm getting impatient.
Great. Yes. To show my devotion to you, I intend to first break a light bulb and then eat the pieces.
All right, go ahead. All right, that's good.
Do you like that?
Good. Yeah, that's great. That gets us ratings. You do it quickly, though.
Sure. Mazel tov.
Wow. Here's the glass. Wow.
I got a date with the lobster lady later on.
Now look at this, Robin. What do you make of this?
You're not cutting him?
Is that your mouth isn't bleeding?
You swallow that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
All right, a big round of applause.
I also intend to put out a tarp here for our broken glass supplied by your staff here and walk over in my bare feet.
All right. And you really mash your feet right into that?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Couldn't be any worse than those boots he's wearing.
Yeah. I think bloody feet would be an improvement over those boots you're wearing. Well, this is truly an amazing town.
Thank you.
Go ahead. This will be the last time we speak to anybody in the audience. You have very attractive feet. Do you have a fungus?
Thank
I was going to say, does he have mumps on his feet or something?
I got to ask you a question. If I could get a camera, get a tight shot on your feet,
Yeah?
Look at that. Look, what are those red dots on your feet? Like you got a rash or something.
Yeah, it's just a little heat rash from the...
A little heat rash. I suggest you get some boots that breathe, my man.
Yeah.
Never mind the glass.
You know, Jackie had toes like that. He had his pulled off.
I know. I mean, you got red dots all over your feet. Are you sure you're all right?
Yeah, it's
All right.
all right. Don't worry about it.
And your feet
Trust
aren't
me.
cut.
No, take a look.
All right, very good. Well, there you go. Big round of applause. I must tell you, I must confess, I'm growing impatient. I've seen so many great talents out there in our audience tonight. I'll come back from a break and see a couple more, and then I will bid you adieu. Right after these words. Robin, tell me about our next guest.
Our next guest suffers from obsessive-compulsive disorder. He's seeking Howard's advice. So take a look at this tape of our next guest, Mark Brown.
Counting's a big thing. I like to count to 4 all the time. And
is there any particular reason for that?
It just makes me feel, you know, just, I don't know, I guess anxiety just cuts down the anxiety. And I feel a lot of things, I feel like if I don't do things, that something bad's going to happen. I have to go back in there. Yeah, that's a thing I do too. I gotta do it 4 times. Especially in the morning when I first get up, I do it. And well, the ritual for the bathroom, I really can't show you because when I go, if I take a dump, you know, I wipe myself with 4 pieces of. When I rip off, there has to be 4 pieces that I rip off. And when I rip off 4, wipe myself, and I rip off 4 more and wipe myself. I do it 4 times. I can do it 5, but I like to just wipe myself 4, but I don't go any more than 5. And it's always with 4 sheets. Like if, say, on my 4th try, the reason I can go 5 is like on my 4th try and I rip and the tissue rips wrong or something, I don't get 4. If I rip off 3 by accident, then I can go for the 5th one and make sure I get 4. I have to make sure there's some bubbles, and then I have to look, and I have to find 4 bubbles. This is, I've been trying to work out, as you can tell, you know. I try to lift 3 days a week, right? Now, say I miss a day, like, all right, I lifted Thursday, right? And then I was supposed to lift Saturday, but something happened where I couldn't lift Saturday. If I miss a day, then it has to be a certain number of days. Like I couldn't lift on Thursday because it has a 3 in it. And I've been waiting I was going to start lifting again Saturday because this would be perfect. Saturday the 1st would be the perfect because number 1 is pretty good. It would be a new month. But the only problem is now I would be lifting the day after the 31st, which is no good because it's 13 backwards. I try to eat healthy because I think, you know, it's biochemical and stuff. So like at work the other night, I had a piece of cake, so I had to eat 4 pieces of cake. And then my last piece of cake, so I had this thing where I have to chew the food on the right side of my mouth. And when I ate my 4th piece of cake, I forgot to chew the last bite on the right side of my mouth. I have to eat all 4 pieces of cake before midnight. Like, say if I ate 3 pieces of cake before midnight and then the 4th piece of cake after midnight, it doesn't feel balanced. Things have to be balanced with me. That, you know what I mean? That would be like 3 before midnight, 1 after midnight. That's no good. You know, it doesn't click. It just doesn't feel right to me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I try to do it. I try not to do it, you know, make it real obvious, because I always feel like the neighbors are looking at me or something. I got a red shed, which really bothers me, because the red just came up in the last few years. I don't like the color red at all. I don't wear red shirts, I guess because it has to do with blood and evil, you know, it relates to blood and evil and stuff like that, so, yeah. nuclear plant's right over there too. You can't really see it, and then you could see it if the lights blinking if it was dark. You know, it's only about a half a mile away. It's the oldest nuclear plant in the United States, I think. It's the first one built.
Which one is
That's comforting.
Let me tell you something, Mark. I've seen your problem. You're a seriously disturbed man. I never saw such a wacky disease as this obsessive-compulsive disorder. Now, Anders, come here. Come up here and sit down. Come on. Oh, look at this. What is this? Now, what are you doing? What the hell is that? Come up here. Now, come up here and sit down next to me here. There's something wrong with you. Come here. Walk up the steps. Just walk up like a man and stop with all your fears. All right, there you go. Very good. What is it you're afraid of? Robin, I don't understand this disease. You're afraid that if you, what happens to you if you don't count to 4?
Something bad's gonna happen.
What happens when I drop all these papers on the floor? You're compelled to pick them up?
Yeah.
Why are you compelled to pick them up? What would happen if I dropped these papers on the floor?
I just